Good morning everybody, and welcome to today's golf drills for the garden. It's a beautiful sunny morning. The frost has just burnt off my lawn. Still need a little bit of protection, but I think it's going to be a beautiful day to do some of your drills in the garden. So today and tomorrow I'm going to address one of the biggest problems for golfers, which is slicing the driver. So we're going to need to do this in two stages because there are two areas to work on. One is that people swing on an out to in swing path through the impact area, which causes the ball to start left of target. And then the second area we'll need to work on is why the club face opens up through the impact area to put that left to right slice spin on the ball. You're going to have to deal with it in two separate sections. I honestly believe that until you can learn to square the club face, you're always going to instinctively swing down the left side of the golf course to allow for it to bend back. It's going to be very hard to commit to the feelings I'm going to give you today until you understand how you can square the club face better as well. But today is a very, very common mistake I see, particularly with the driver. So a lot of it hinges from the setup position. So let's talk about how we can get you swinging the club more down the target line from a better setup position with your driver. So the biggest difference with the driver to every other club, as most of us know, is that the ball position tends to be a lot further forward, nearer the left foot, so that we can hit the ball on the up, sweeping it away. But what most people don't realise is that when they set up, they very instinctively bend towards the golf ball. And if you bend towards something which is left of centre in your stance, look what happens. You tilt your face and your spine towards the ball, and you get this position which is left of vertical. Now what that does is opens up your whole upper body to the left, and it also creates an angle which would swing you steeper down into the ball. So when I do it from this way, if I bend towards something left of centre, you can see now that my shoulders and upper body are aiming a long way left of target. It's going to cause me to swing steeply and down and across. So we've got to make a new routine to really make sure your body is square to the centre of your stance. So that's why I've popped these three balls in the front here. I want you to imagine that if your feet are facing the left and the right hand ball, that your belt buckle is facing the centre ball. So it's not even just the head. People even tend to twist towards the ball with their hips. So stand up straight, feeling your nose is towards the centre ball, your belt buckle is towards the centre ball, and even feel that your hips remain facing to the two outer balls. Then as you bend forward, bend forward towards that centre position, and then once you've done that, without twisting your body towards the ball at all, simply move the club head forward, and that will probably make you feel as if your left shoulder is even higher and your right shoulder is really soft and tucked in behind. You've got to get used to what this feels like in relation to the ball, but also swivel your eyes up to the left and get used to how much more prominent your left shoulder feels and how much more soft and tucked in behind your right shoulder feels. And then once you start to get used to that setup position, you can start to make some practice swings and start to feel how that would influence the shape of your swing through that hitting area. Now, this is something you really do need to practice regularly at home, because when you walk to the first tee, you need to feel comfortable in this position. So you need to form a routine where you can just immediately bend into the correct positions with the correct angles in your body, and then get used to the feeling of the shape of swing that's going to produce. One other tip I recommend with it is that you could stand opposite a patio door to have a reflection. You could sellotape a plumb line hanging vertically down, and then stand in front of that plumb line so that your nose is running through the line and it's running through down to the centre of your body. And I guarantee as you bend forwards looking at it, if you've been somebody who's gone this way in the past, you will feel as if you're bending to the right just to keep your nose on that line and keep yourself in that perfect spine angle, which is going to enable you to deliver the ball down the target line. So give it a go, have some practice with it, and then tomorrow we'll come back and talk about how we're going to square the club face up too.